and the dark. Conquering life with love and dark. Millennium in your gear, come Vampire to vampire, don't flatter yourself, mutt. You're a government attack dog with millennium in your gut. I'm divinity incarnate, you're a walking blood rash. A trench coat hobo who shoots ghouls for pocket change cash. You talk big Alucard, but you're Hellsing's little pet. A chained up monster fetch, questing like you're paying off debt. I bend time like a hobby, crush armies with a glance. Your biggest flex is laughing while you saw your own pants. You think regeneration makes you something profound. I punch holes through reality, the world stops sound. You're immortal, cute, I'm destiny's rightful heir. Your whole identity is trauma and badly groomed hair. Leo, you're preening golden peacock of a failed Caesar. You talk like a god, but you die like an amateur pleaser. Your perfection is cosplay, cheap muscle, cheaper pride. Even Joe Star rejects use your skull as a slide. You freeze time. Wow. Want applause from the crowd? I've been bending existence before your mother was allowed. You can stop clocks, big whoop. I stop souls mid-breath. Draggle cities to hell and laugh as they beg for death. I serve Hellsing, better than being an orphan mistake. And Narcissus Patrick vampire who crumbles under heartbreak. You call yourself divine, you're a mid-tip parasite. A wall climbing gym rat with a spotlight addiction bite.
Look at you, edgelord Dracula, reboot with daddy issues. Your whole past is flashbacks and psychological tissues.
You embrace monstrosity, nah, you just cope. 3 centuries of crying through bullets like you're trying to elope. I enslave minds, cause flesh rewrite the world in my stance. You dissolve into spaghetti every time you catch hands. You need an entire army just to feel relevant, clown. Meanwhile, I snap next solo while not creasing my gown. Your master uses you like a tool, cause that's all that you are. A gun-humping watchdog with delusions of the noir. I take what I want, you ask for permission. Don't talk about power, you're a servant by definition. A servant bitch, your whole story is running, let's recap. You spent half your life hiding your coffin from a scrap. Supreme being, please, you're a drama queen brute. A flamboyant JoJo villain in stripper boots and a suit. Your worldview is childish, domination for fun. I burn countries to ash just to stretch in the sun. Your vampirism's discount trash, cheap imitation of mine. You drink blood for strength, I do it for the wine. You're obsessed over Jonathan like a lovesick creep. Stole his body, wore his fit, bro, your parasitism's deep. You talk about pride, you're a cosmic level joke. A bisexual Victoria mosquito with a god complex stroke. Keep yapping, Alucard, your bars are all bark, no bite. Your metaphysics are messy, your whole psyche's not right. You're 600 years old and still can't dress yourself clean. Walking around like a Victorian fever dream. Power, I don't need to brag, my legacy speaks loud. Your claim to fame is a police girl and a weird Nazi crowd. I made a bloodline, kneel for generations straight. You can't even kill one priest without debating fate. I stand on top of fate's throat, crush it under my heel. You sink into puddles like a worm, begging to kneel. You're a massacre mascot, a theatrical gun hand, while I am the emperor of reality. Do you understand?
Understand, yeah, that's your pitiful Dio. A poser, a diva, vampire influencer whose career is over.
You worship yourself so hard you forgot how to win. Got dropped into the ocean crying, limbless again. I've died 1,000 times smiling while spitting out lead. You died twice screaming like a toddler before bed. Your flash, no substance, pure narcissistic waste. A Caesar wannabe tyrant with zero actual taste. I end wars, rewrite death, walk through bullets and phase. You get beat by teenagers with Haman and rage. Go polish your ego in hell, you melodramatic fraud. There's only room for one true monster here, and it sure as hell ain't you, God.
Enough. The toddlers have barked long enough. It's time an actual monster speaks.
Dio Brando, you rhinestone parasite cosplaying royalty. A golden trash fire of ego dressed in borrowed nobility. You preen like a god, yet fall like a clown. Got sliced by a hammer kid, then sank like a brick and drowned. The divinity is cheap, have a run lay away, but with deceit you scream like a kid about to overheat. I've ruled centuries with silence, watch kingdoms rot and rise. You ruled a staircase for 60 seconds before taking the dive. Your time stop trick, adorable, I freeze a raz with a sigh. You freeze 5 seconds just to pose and almost die. You're not a ruler, you're a vain little mosquito in couture. Fashion show villain with a dubility to your wet manure, Neo Dio. You crave godhood? Good.
Let me show you what a real one looks like. And you wear
Hellsing's attack, mud, a trench coat, tantrum machine with guns for crutches and madness as routine. You grin like insanity makes you profound, but all I see is a bored immortal dying for another round. A vampire monstrosity on cue with a chain around your neck. You two compare kill counts like misbehaved children that play while I warp reality's bones and make galaxies decay. Your horror is seasonal, mine is structural law. Your stories end in episodes, mine end in all. Your franchise mascots with fangs for flair. I'm the nightmare blueprint. You breed terror, I invented you, man. Your epic battles take one night, enemy takes generations. Prophecies, holy relics, and divine damnation. You do not rival me, you orbit my throne. There's lesser moons to an eclipsing unknown. And deal. Let me leave you with words even your ego cannot twist. You're not my equal, not my echo, not my shadow in mist. You're a discount tyrant, a narcissist wearing glitter, a spoiled Victorian man child. I'm in a cosmic sized temple. Your empire was a mansion, your army a noisy hall. My warps of chaos make reality crawl. You steal bodies because you have none worth keeping. I command legions that turn whole nations to weeping. You talk like a god, I don't have to speak. My presence alone crushes the breath from the weak. Stand before me, Dio, with the atoms will tremble apart. Your arrogance isn't power, just a tantrum wearing a heart. You call yourselves monsters, but standing next to me, you're tourists, and tourists do not survive my castle.